Alchemical Wizard 10, Emotional Body Guide. Balancing our emotions in these challenging times are difficult. The ascension process is a roller coaster ride. Gamma rays and solar flares, geomagnetic fluctuations and the ever-increasing hidden truths coming to the surface. The apocalypse, ancient Greek literally meaning in uncovering, uncover, disclose, reveal, or the veil being lifted from our current matrix. This round of an ascension process cannot be avoided without causing some psychological and emotional distortions. Conflicting values or beliefs in our mind can lead to a state of cognitive dissonance. Here are some tools to help us emotionally adjust and cope with all the changing and evolving energies. Practicing gratitude is always a positive reinforcement. Pause throughout the day and consciously find something that you are truly grateful for. In every stressful situation, search for one thing that you can say an honest thank you about. In order for this to work, it has to be a real and grounded thing that you can connect with. I am grateful for my vintage bicycle. Only the real attitude of gratitude has the power to change your emotional state. I really do use my bike almost every day and I love it. It keeps me healthy, gives me freedom to travel, doesn't require expensive maintenance. Plus I dig the older 10 speeds and think it looks cool. I am truly grateful for it. I mean, no matter how small that may seem, consciously thinking of that experience in a positive manner will help bring your emotional state into balance. Change your viewpoint to the observer. If you're stuck in the middle of intense emotions, you won't see clearly and you will be reacting from past patterns. Act, don't react. Consciously choose your actions from a place of clarity, rather than just reacting to pain or running toward pleasure. As soon as you notice yourself losing your emotional center, excuse yourself and change your view, literally. Become the observer of your own emotions. Try to recognize where they are coming from. Are they coming from something you were taught? From some belief you have? Try a little logic. Think like Spock without suppressing the emotions. Instead, recognize them before acting on them. Take a step back and make some emotional distance so you can remain as an objective observer. Which leads us to our feelings. So much tension and wasted energy is spent repressing or denying how we feel, both emotionally and biologically. Which is one and the same when talking about energetics. We literally make ourselves sick by having too much stress in our lives. It's not very often that you hear of a Tibetan monk getting cancer. What are they doing that I can incorporate into my daily routine? Feel honestly about what you are feeling and allow the simple truth of your emotions to set you free. Don't divorce yourself from your emotional body or be too intellectual. Don't let your feelings drown you either. Acknowledge what you feel when you feel it and observe it. And then use that clarity as the basis for your decisions and interactions with others. Every emotion surfaces to teach you something or tell you something. Your job is to be clear enough to recognize the emotion for the messenger that it is. Communicate your emotions to others when appropriate, but remember to do so in a balanced way that respects the person with whom you are sharing. I have a good feeling about this. Use your senses to stay in the present moment of now. Cheerful thoughts through the organs of your 5 senses orient your field of awareness toward the present moment. Through what you see, what you touch, what you smell and taste. Direct your awareness to what you like about your current experience. While riding my bicycle, I noticed the trees and how they smell, and it seems they wave at me as I breeze by. Let your senses tell your mind that you are alive at that moment. Being in nature is one of the best ways to be in touch, literally. Get fresh air and see the sunlight as much as possible. Notice and appreciate your surroundings. If you're in a city, get out. Go to the park or create a sacred space in your home. If you are homeless, then find your own sacred space, not one that you camp out on. Somewhere you can go to meditate before you start your survival daily routine. Get mobile and energize your flow. Especially if you have a job that requires you to stay seated for long hours. Remember to take every chance you get to walk, stretch and move around. In nature if you can. Little bursts of physical movement help the body feel better and the mind focus more intently. That is why so many people do yoga, tai chi, and qigong. It helps them be flexible when energies are high or low. This audio file was created by Panopreter Basic. You can download it at www.panopreter.com. You don't have to run a marathon or go to the gym to be energized. If it is too cold out to ride my bike, I go for a walk besides doing yoga stretching every morning. And about 4 times a week a little qigong. If you don't have time to get outside of your office, stand up in front of your desk for a few minutes every hour, take some deep breaths and either stretch or continue what you are doing while standing. Even the added physical effort of standing for a few minutes helps. Shake it loose. Deep breathing. As always, practice your breathing. Even while doing dishes. Close your eyes just for a moment and count out your 3 deep breaths. Then end it with a smile on your face. It's a mood changer. Mind into matter. You are relaxing yourself and relieving some stresses. And if you can sit out in your yard or park and do more deep breathing and then meditate, then Gaia, Mother Nature, will lend you a hand. Your body will flow into the natural vibration of the planetary ascension. Daydreaming. Remember that. When is the last time you just laid down in a park and looked at the clouds? Let yourself daydream. Don't fill every moment of your day with social media, TV, and your phone. Just let yourself relax and your mind wander. Be careful not to let your mind harp on the negative in these little reveries. Close your eyes and let the mind free associate, even if there are no words that accompany this state. This is like a mini holiday in the middle of the day. Small refreshing daydreaming breaks help your mind integrate lessons and recuperate. You are also practicing being receptive, which is crucial to moments of wisdom and inspiration. Let it flow, shake it loose, bring out your inner child. Take the last moments of your day to reflect on the good things about your day. See the negative experiences as a learning tool and evaluate them with the perspective of what you can learn, not how you have failed. Take stock of the positive and negative emotions you experienced throughout the day. Validate yourself for progress made towards your emotional, physical, and spiritual development. Pat yourself on the back. Feel good about yourself. You're taking little baby steps towards balancing out your emotional body. While it can be great to have goals and visualize the future, don't let yourself get too caught up in how things should be. Place them and state them on your vision board and then detach from the outcome. No expectations. Be prepared to let go so that you can be open to something bigger than you have ever imagined. Let life lead you down unexpected turns and you will discover magic in the most ordinary places. Remember the clouds. Remember your inner child. Remember your divinity. Remember what one of the ascended masters said: to be free from suffering, free yourself from attachments. Buddha. These are massive changing times, and so goes out the old paradigm. We can manifest something completely new. Nutritionally, some of the supplements to take are AB vitamin complex, omega-3 fatty acids and a high bioavailable C. And the foods they are in. Along with magnesium and calcium, you can take maca root, panax, and Siberian ginseng, goto kola, yerba mate, lemon balm, and ginkgo biloba. Also at night a tea with valerian root, St. John's wort, chamomile, arctic root, and passion flower. Also of course distilled, alkalized, and filtered water. And lots of it. Oxygenating the blood improves the flow to the brain and helps protect the cells from free radicals. And use some aromatherapy. Using aromatherapy can be a positive and effective method of using herbs to combat the emotional symptoms of the ascension process. Essential oils may be diffused to smell their aroma, and in some cases be applied topically, usually with a carrier oil, such as grapeseed, almond, or avocado oil. Herbs are especially helpful as essential oils for concentration, like rosemary, peppermint, and basil. Since we don't sleep outdoors anymore and smell the trees and flowers, we miss out on our natural world and its changes. If we really want to engage in this ascension process, then we start by taking on these holistic, holy lifestyle practices and open up our hearts once again to more source. Travis Carper. January 10, 2018. Blog on 3decrees.org.